Right guys, here we go. The first of the lot we're going to run through is the half penny, the half new pence I should say, and this is where we're going to start from. We can go back further, but if we start with the new, we know we can't really go wrong. These were known because of the portrait rather than the designer's initials. This was the Arnold machine portrait. Then the portraits took over by the crowns and the Queen's head being different. So there's your 1971. Get rid of that. There's your 1972. Nice proof. It's not a good photograph really, because you've got the shadow reflecting from the dark side of the moon, the dark side of the coin, which blocks out parts of the coin. So you see, it's not only me that's having issues, it's everybody else. It's really hard. Right, so that's 1972, 1973, 1974, 1975, 1975, 1976, look at the 6, look at the 9. You could near enough say they are the same, but then they're slightly not. If you look, it's hard. It's really hard to work that out. To me, the only difference is where the 6 joins, where the loop of the 9 joins the round solid 9, the 9. And if you look at the 6, this is what I'm looking at here. This is what I'm looking at. If you look at the way it joins, it's got a really thicker join, whereas the 9 on this is more positive. You see, there's no bulbing there. It's the only difference you've got, other than I do believe that's crude. That 6 is crude compared to the 9. If you turn that 9 up the other way, you would see a subtle difference. So it's not the Royal Mint. It's what I said. I did declare that on one of my videos. It's not the Royal Mint's fault. This is a designer issue. And it's not 9s being used as 6s. It's just the way they are. But we will see how that changes as we go through the coins. The penny will be different because the pennies existed ever since 1970. Probably goes back to 1970. Some of these do. I'm actually pretty sure that in 69, it was either 69 or 70, they issued a blue wallet. It was just like a photo. No, like I don't know what you used to have in them. It's just like blue, a foldable wallet. It was the new decimal set. Anyway, so that's the only difference here with the 9s and 6. I will categorise this at some other date. Come on, why aren't you working? Why haven't you closed? Thank you. The 9s are pretty much the same. There was one that I saw with a different sort of 9, but we'll have to sort of see that. I've got a funny feeling we've gone past it. And of course some of these are dirty. These cuts, there's not the best of condition coins. I'm surprised. I really am surprised. There you go. I'll show you my set after this. I'll get it out of my my folder just to show you that I have got them. I collected everything from the very start. 2 9s there. Oh, that's it. No, don't know. Oh, bloody did. Oh well. This mouse, do you know, I put new batteries in and it's still mucking about. There's something very funny going on. 1980. 1981. That's a better coin. That is a better coin. Um, 1982. Do you know what? It's crazy how this. There should be no reason why that should be out. That date should be right a bit further down. Well, we're going to have some fun doing this, but at least we're getting them. At least I am. I'm getting them whereby I don't have to do it on screen. I can look at my own screen, my own video, and pause it and do what I want to do. One of the things I want to tell you about while we're on this coin, while we're pausing, look at these rims. These rims are all the same. Thin on the left, thick on the right. I'll just scroll down. Yeah, so it's thin on the left, thick on the right, and it's the left-hand side that's worse. They're all like it, all of them. Crazy. So there's got to be something to do with the striking of the die on some coins. What minute? That's better. 1980. Look at this. This is what you see coins when you're getting them in circulation. 1983. You see, it's hard because the camera is not picking up what you're seeing on the screen. The screen is much better, but there's just nothing I can do about it. So that's 1983, 1984. Again, no, I see now I lie. This one's completely different. This one's showing oh, you can't see it. This one's showing signs of a double rim. So this has been going on. Oh, yeah, look, you can see it on this one. Look, see it there? That's a sign of a double rim starting. These things have been going on from the very start. And that is the last one. 94. That was only in circulation for 13 years. So I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to do now is bring this over to here. So, no, it's not going to work, is it? What about if I do it in portrait? No, because if I do it in that, it's all going to be all wrong. So that's pretty much no good. The only thing I can advise you to do is go over to see the details of the online coin club. It is a good wealth of information. It really is. I love it. The only thing I really wish they would do is give a price of coins, what they think they're worth, because they're using Oh no, they're not on this one. Normally, here you go. Source, Spink. Actually, I've got a Spink. Oh, but it won't go up. I've got a Spink catalogue, but I don't know what year it finishes at. It's a hard one, that. And I've got no other catalogues. All my catalogues were for old coins. I wanted them for old coins, really, not for the new coins. But I must dig that out, because I've got some old coins. I've got lots of old coins, which I was going to sell and never did. I might get round to going back on eBay. I hate doing it because I really don't like being forced into doing something that I don't really want to do. I don't really want to start taking what are they called? I forgot what they're called. You've got to take these, these stupid things with all like dots all over them. They're like a square. I can't think what it's called. It's got me into a lot of trouble. I went to a lot of trouble to try and download one onto another phone. And, of course, you've got to get it from PlayStation. When you go to, not PlayStation, Play Store. When you go to Play Store, it wants you to create on this phone, because it's not set up, it wanted me to create a Google account. And this is what happens. This is what really is infuriating with this modern technology. Every time you buy a phone, Google wants it set up. So unless you got your details, you can't do it. You have to do it when you get home. But normally I get the guy to set it up, because I was ignorant of this fact. I won't be getting the guy to set it up again. QR codes. God, blimey. Duck that out. You've got to, with eBay, you've got to get a QR code. You've then got to take it to one of their drop-off points. I would assume they're either post office, probably in cohorts with maybe Amazon and others. I don't know. I don't see why not. I'd have to look into that. That's something I've got to look into. But I really don't want to do this. I just don't. But all my coins that I've got, I need to sell. It's just annoying. And with my problem is I've got stamps that I need to use. Okay. Because this bloke, he said to me on eBay, he said, why don't you want to do this? Why don't you want to do that? And it's this reason why. It's such a fiasco. If you're a young person, yeah, it doesn't matter. You can probably do it all off the cuff and think nothing of it. But with me, I've got issues. I've got mental health issues as well. I've only got to get spooked or flustered, and that's me done. I'm finished. I have to stop and probably start it up again the next day. I don't know. I despise eBay. I despise it now, and it's all geared up. The buyer pays a fee depending on the amount of the item, and that is like insurance. So if the person says they never got it, the item, the insurance gives them an automatic refund. How that affects a seller, I don't know. I'm assuming as well, you're only going to have so many claims. If you have more than, I mean, I had 2 claims in my last session. The coins disappeared in transit. What can I say? It's just a nightmare, and it's a scam. It's really, eBay is a scam. And the other thing is these people. And the other thing why I don't want to do this is because these people, everything is got all these adverts and it's free to list on eBay, or it's free to sell, not free to list, free to sell on eBay. That's only going to be for a short period of time. That's just to get you back in to eBay, to get you set up. Because once you're set up, you're not going to go away. You're going to take it up as selling. At the moment, eBay is it's not an auction site. Well, it never will be an auction site again. It's just a shop. It's just a shop because it's a seller's machine. It's a buyer's market and it's a seller's machine, but the buyers are paying a premium and the sellers are laughing. It's a joke. It's a joke. I've lost a lot of money because I didn't even realise what was going on. I was just, as I said to this bloke, I said, look, I'm an old eBayer. I do things the way that I used to do them. I don't do all this modern technology crap, is what I was saying to him. And I said to him, well, you've just lost one of your longest running serving eBayers here. I said, because I was here at the initiation, 1994, I think it was, it started. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. So at least, as long as my I will take these and stick them on a disc, because I won't want to lose them. I mean, you say, oh, well, why do that? I mean, you can go back to the coin club and do it. But if you lose your computer, mind you, if I lose my computer, I'm not going to have a disc, am I? Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to think about this, what I'm going to do. I've got sticks, memory sticks, but they're small because when I got them, I mean, you didn't need them because hard drives were hard drives are 1 terabyte, and you could get them now multiple terabytes. But the trouble is, you got this heavy scamming going on from China and so forth. So you've got to buy from a reputable why am I having trouble spelling speeching reputable source, and that's usually ScanDisk or can't think of the others offhand, and that's going to cost you money. See, SSD drives now are the big thing. And this is the trouble. See, every decade they bring out something new. The next decade it'll be small size, big memory, blah blah blah. Funny enough, my brother, I know I'm going on a lot here. I'm going to finish off soon. My brother just said to me, he said he's looking at getting a new computer. I only just bought one. I bought one just after him, which is the one that I got. And he's already saying his is packing up. I know, I said to him, I said, I don't know what problems you're having, but if it's email problems, change from Google. Do not Google. Stop using Gmail. Go and use something else. Gmail's getting a terrible reputation. Really is getting a bad reputation. And I've noticed things that it keeps altering text automatically. You know, normally if you make a spelling mistake, it asks you that you have to click on it and highlight it and do it that way. Now it seems to be automatic. So if you're not watching what you're typing, and I don't, because I have to look at the keys, I can't look at the screen and type, it's becoming an issue. And it does stupid things, like when you're using the shift key, it does stupid things with the keys, the other keys. You can lose a whole email just simply. And I don't know which key it is, but I'm not going to replicate it. So there's lots of things happening now that I'm really at the wrong end of my life to be doing this. I mean, this is what my daughter should inherit, and she should do all this. And she's a youngster, so but she won't be interested in doing all this. It's hard work. It's hard work. You know, I'm thinking about doing competitions so people can win coins, or stamps. You know, I don't mind doing stamps. They can win stamps, but that means you've got to set up a PO box, because you don't want to be giving your details, you know, your home details out. So then it starts getting a bit curious again. But eBay is just as bad, so you're not going to get away with it from eBay. Because normally you have to insert a. I make my own. I don't send them an invoice. I just send them a slip of paper saying thank you with my eBay name and so forth, and I just do it that way, rather than send them an invoice, because an invoice gives both your address, gives their address and yours. And this is all stuff you really don't want to be doing these days. You want to be shredding all that sort of thing, because it's all ways of getting into selling your details. You know, if your invoice comes up in a tip and someone finds it, that's all your details. And they don't need a lot. Mind you saying that, when you're sending things in the post. Anyway, no, this is enough of that. So I'm going to finish it here and post this, and